James, speaking just after the 38-16 victory over Halifax at Bootham Crescent, what are your thoughts after that match?
Really pleased. Obviously that's a game that could go either way. Than a quality side of Halifax, quality coach, and up until the last 10 minutes they were always a threat that they could come back into the game. So really pleased to get the league points on the board. Pleased with a number of individuals, or lots of individuals are in there. Some good parts of our performance, but there's also some stuff to work on, which is good. The boys have got a great mentality, a great philosophy that they're pretty keen to kick on and be better next week.
You mentioned that it was in the bounce until the last 10 minutes or so. When they scored their try to go to get their 16th point essentially, I saw you brought on Graham Horn almost immediately after. Was that in a bid to sort of get through the game with that experience on the pitch?
Well, it's always a bonus to have Horny on. He's a quality player. Probably not quite at his levels today. So we'll see what we can do with Graham in the week and get him back up to his best. Because when he's fully firing, he's something else, is Graham. But Scott, it was Scott's first game back for a while, and it's always a plan to rotate Sam if we could, and to bring an experienced player off like Sammy. It was always, it would have been, so it was the right thing to do, to put Graham back out there, balance up that experience and leadership. And he knew the scenario. He knew that we didn't need to win the game again, and he was happy to go out there and help us kill the game off.
We had to make a change late just before kick-off with Perry Whiteley dropping out minutes before, so I gather. What was that what was the impact of that on how we played, would you say? And how do you think Bassey went and Josh Roberts when they came in?
Yeah, it was a challenge that. 3 minutes before kick-off, I had to change a winger, and we didn't have a winger in the squad. So Josh Roberts has dropped into the centre, and Bassey's gone on the wing, and two young men there. Josh Roberts has done a really good job of dealing with the disappointment of not being in the team, and then been brought into the team last minute out of position, and I thought he was solid. Really pleased that he had the mental resilience to deal with that and produce that performance, and for Bassey to drop onto the wing in these conditions with the wind as it was, and have another promising performance from him, again, it's positive signs around both of them.
How are you impressed with how Jason Bassey started his York Knights career? Because he's come from somewhere like Coventry Bears, which doesn't have the winning culture that York does, and he's slotted in and seems to be doing quite well.
Yeah, well, Batsler did the same, didn't he? There's some good players there. Tom Sang's done a good job, and doing a good job, sorry, and I'm sure he'll kick on, and Coventry will kick on. I do believe there's some potential down there. But yeah, Bassey's come in, and he's done really well. And the best thing about Bassey, he's young and he's keen to kick on and become a better player. I think the longer he spends with us physically, he'll kick on as well, and I'll see even more positive performances from him.
We saw Harry Carter go off the pitch about 20 minutes played, I'd say. What's the immediate sort of view on that injury?
He's got a hamstring pull, tear, pretty bad one, to be honest. Obviously done a couple of them myself. Just talked to Woodsy about the 6 or so I did when he was coach here. They probably got him the sack actually. Sorry, Dave. So I think he'll be a while. I think he'll probably be looking at 6 weeks-ish, but obviously we'll see how it settles down, and hopefully it'll be a lot less.
There was a few fans sitting around where I was sat today suggesting that's the best performance we've put in this season. Would you agree with that suggestion? Or
I thought Parsford were good. I thought Parsford were poor. I thought next week we'll need to be better with our play fives. We can't afford to give some of their outside backs the opportunity to rip into us like we gave Halifax today. And our yardage deal needs to be better. With Halifax rolled out a yardage probably better than any team has done against us this season. Part of that's down to them being quality. They are a quality team, quality players, but part of that is we need to be better there.
It seems to be that this Yorkshire United team almost don't know how to lose a game. They're so used to winning. Do we think we can carry that on next week in Sheffield?
Well, that'll be the plan. But I won't go that far. We lost to Toronto, didn't we? Lost 14-0 to Toronto. I just think we've got a team that's keen to kick on, a team that's keen to be, a team that's easy for me to say, a team that's keen to be better, and individually as a unit, as a team, and I love that philosophy. I see that philosophy as our best player, and long may that continue.